Okay, Coach. Well, the road ends here. It has been a wild, often unpredictable 2019 season. And now it's time for the greatest spectacle in all of sports. Super Bowl 54 from Miami. You know, this town has played host to 10 Super Bowls in the past. And tonight, we write chapter number 11. And what a matchup we've got. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Denver Broncos taking on the NFC champions, the New Orleans Saints. Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis. And Charles, the Broncos, quite a circuitous route to get to this Super Bowl. They were winners of Super Bowl 50 in Santa Clara, you remember, and then didn't make the playoffs the next 3 years, going a combined 20-28. But bottom line, here they are back in the big one.
Yeah, and this is their 9th appearance in the said big game. Think about that. Who has more?
Patriots.
Just the Patriots, and we knew that, of course. But they have won it 3 times, twice under John Elway in the late 90s. And you remember, before he won those, people kept saying they couldn't win the big game with him as the quarterback. Well, he won it twice and put that to rest. And then they won Super Bowl 50, and John Elway in their front office, in their organization for that win.
Meanwhile, for the New Orleans Saints, look, everybody is well aware they've been snake-bitten the last 2 postseasons. First, it was the Minneapolis Miracle with Stephon Diggs, and then everybody remembers the no-call last season on Nickel Roby-Coleman CD.
So don't you have to acknowledge that this team has some serious fortitude? 3 straight years, finally get to the Super Bowl. They put everything else behind them now. Other teams might have crumbled. They stuck together. Now they have a chance to win the 2nd Lombardi Trophy in team history. I just wonder, will they take a chance like they did the last time when they beat the Colts? Remember that onside kick to start the second half? Will they take those kind of chances in this game? Wouldn't be surprised if they did.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 39-yard line.
Check out. Skate situation. Let's go.
On 2nd and 12, Luck. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially as pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Bravo.
Now a first down throw. Luck under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Back to throw. Love. Finding Taysom Hill complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is third and short. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Get in the white room. Get in the white room. Watch the eye. He's coming. He's coming. Go ahead.
They'll run it with Elliott. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. Ezekiel Elliott not able to get it past the marker. And this crowd loves it as their guys hold on the opening drive. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 18 big yards on that one and a Denver first.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Let's go. 10 Lobo. 61, Matchbox Light. Hey, 2.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. That's complete. It's Bell. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Check 24. Check 24.
Bell. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for first. They look to throw. It's Locke. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
This will be taken very short. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 29-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, here's Locke. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Let's get it.
And this may be a big early turning point in this Super Bowl. They're going to go for it on 4th down here. Here's Elliott. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And down right around the 37. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Check it back. 11 feet.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Tighten up, tighten up. Pull it together. 47 is the mic. 47 is the mic. I got one. 47 is the mic, boys. 47. 12. 47. Watch the pass.
Smooth.
Out of the gun, Locke. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. That's good for 28 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Check three.
Now Elliott. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. This is Elliott. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the 2nd quarter, it has been a struggle. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal.
47 Mike.
Hey, Charlie.
The shotgun snap for Locke. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. Then he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. He was looking for Landry that time. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Greystone, travel. Hey, exit. Go. Get it.
On 1st down, Locke. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. It's a gain of 35. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit them with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of the game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
They'll run it with Bell. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff. Running left is Bell. And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints 28.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Hey, team 6, team 6.
36, line 36. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Down. 60 outlaw. Hey, Delta. Yeah.
Locked to throw on 3rd and 1. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Hey. Hey, lock it. Now.
They'll run it with Bell. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
Look at me, Zipper.
He's coming in motion. Hey.
Shoot.
Into the red zone, it's locked. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Courtland Sutton, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Broncos push further out in front. McManus's point after is good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script play.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Here's a quick throw caught by Allen. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a 2-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. Lock. Now they go screen. It's complete. And some room to work. will take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 64 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now,
Le'Veon Bell, it's a foot race. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Le'Veon Bell, 75 yards. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And that's his 3rd sack, and that ties a Super Bowl record. Makes me think of my old college teammate, Reggie White. He had 3 with the Green Bay Packers in Super Bowl 31. Darnell Dockett of Arizona, Super Bowl 43. And Coney Ealy, 3 sacks for the Panthers against Denver in Super Bowl 50.
All those sacks, they've only been an official record since Super Bowl 17. I know it's believed that L.C. Greenwood unofficially had 4 way back in Super Bowl 10.
Wearing those golden high tops as well.
Check, check, check. Motion out of backfield.
Go,
To try again after the sack. Luck into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. A minute 52 to play until halftime.
They should have known. They should have known,
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard.
On the double. Bam, bam. Yo, cheetah.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
At the 13-yard line.
So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's second and goal. On second and goal, they'll give it to him again. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. An extra defensive back on the field here for third and goal.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
80 weapons.
Check. Light 36. Light 36. I'm not ready. Switch.
Hey, orbit.
Kill.
Hey, Sam off. Now.
Check. Fresno.
Get it.
Lock now on third and goal. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on fourth down.
We got three down.
So on fourth down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And McManus able to put it through, and that'll push the lead up to 17. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Let's go.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock down and go to his locker room.
And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Throwing on third down, Locke gets this one to Hill. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
We got three, fellas. We got 3.
Hey, Hayward.
They're going to go. It's Luck. And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Duke Dawson picks it. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. So we've reached halftime here in the 2020 Super Bowl, Super Bowl 54. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. We saw this franchise do this back in the 09 Super Bowl. The Saints will start the second half with an onside kick. With a never-tedious halftime show behind us, and now it's back to football as we get going again in Super Bowl 54. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, Coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Flushed out right, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Demario Davis. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Go.
Here's a give to Bell running left. Finding some room at midfield. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Saints' 21-yard line. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Look at me. Zipper. Bravo. Go.
Block taking the snap and 1. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and that'll bring up second down.
Go now. 8, read.
What tight end?
Hey, Zoo. Hard. Go. Now.
Back to the air on second down. It's Locke. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. From 21 yards away. And the Broncos push further out in front. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Here we go.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down.
Kill. Alert. Kill. Turn up.
Now a play fake, and it's Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jeffrey Simmons drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. They're going to go for it here on fourth. Luck in the offense is going to stay out there. They are going for it. It's Luck. He is going to find Hill here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. On second and a yard. Luck. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 26. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. On first down, Love. And he's got the hook up to Landry.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the...
And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Allen Lazard there to make the grab. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And the lead is down to 20. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Now, after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10.
Pull it high.
Out. Safe.
Hey, high 7. Yep.
Hatchet.
Lock now on first down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Nasir Adderley making like his Hall of Fame cousin Herb as he gets a hand in to knock it away. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Switch.
Blue draw quarters. Hey, box drop. Joe out now. Banjo.
Let's go.
Lock again here on 2nd and 10. Looking long for Tom. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Michael Thomas, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Broncos push further out in front. McManus now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Broncos 41, Saints 14. Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
They're on 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11.
Check motion, 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 motion. 47.
Now Luck. And Josh Hill has it. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
Line 40. 47. I'm coming. I'm coming. 47's the mic. 47's the mic. Here we go. Hey, switch gears. Monday.
Just beating the play clock is Luck. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jeremiah Tauchu with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. The offense staying out there. They're at 50%, 2 for 4 thus far in the game. What can they do here on fourth down?
Monday. 12. We're rolling.
They're going to try and throw. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position.
Here we go. 60 outlaw. General West.
SOS.
Now a first down carry by Bell. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Getting the 40 on the tackle. A 6-yard pickup brings up second down.
6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Saints 14.
Watch tight end. Key the tight end. You got 3 down.
Smith. Yo, go.
Watch the car.
Hit it.
On second down and 4. Block. And oh, look at that. A diving catch. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
When the spotlight is at its brightest, and let's face it, it's the Super Bowl, those types of plays come out, don't they?
Absolutely. A big-time catch on the biggest of stages.
Do you think that one's going to live on? We're going to see this for a long time.
Definitely going to live on forever with him, that's for sure.
No doubt.
Yes. Get it.
Throwing now is Locke. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Brandon Coleman There to make the grab. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
Broncos 48, Saints 14.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Let's go.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up. Now a hit, and Locke lost the football. It's out. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that.
Hey, exit. Hey. Check. Look. Squeeze. Leo. Fire.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Locke. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw here's incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And now it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Team 6.
Fire's the mic.
Look at me. Zipper.
You ain't got nothing.
Look at me. Door. Go.
Locke will try again on 2nd down. They'll roll him out right. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
I think you have to chalk that one up for the defense there. Someone right on the spot. Excellent coverage. Didn't leave him enough room to come down inbounds, even though he did catch the football.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Fire's the mic. Man, I got you.
Go.
Come to my work.
Throwing his Locke on 3rd down. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Check 25. Back. Recon, 132 fighter.
Chance.
Hey, Echo. Hey.
Here we go.
Now.
Locke gonna go on 4th down. This is the tight end Fant. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Now what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. This is Bell. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. McManus's point after is good, and that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken very short.
The Saints take over 10-10 at their own
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
The Saints on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Throwing is Lott. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Marcus May with a pick. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Go, go. Yes, yes. Bring it. Ready.
They'll run on first down. Bell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll go again with Bell. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves, you're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Le'Veon Bell with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point from McManus is good, and the lead will swell by 1 more. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Luck now to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 20, and he will score. Touchdown, Denver. Now McManus for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
69, Saints 14. Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken very short.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. At their own 27-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Luck. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
A first down carry by Elliott. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 39-yard line.
Check out. Wide, 90. Check, 47.
Let's go, D. Kill.
They go to Elliott again. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. From the gun on 3rd down, Luck. And that will be incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Luck. And this is caught. He hits Landry. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
Tight end right. 4 down.
On 1st and 10, Luck. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Again, Luck. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
4 down. Cloud. 11 Z. Go.
Throwing again is Luck. Eluded, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. They've converted once already on this drive. Here they go again on 4th down. And the Lombardi Trophy goes west. And it goes to the Denver Broncos, your Super Bowl champs. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists a Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.